All right, folks, it's a new year. New year, new me, right? Let's get real. If you're still walking around smelling like a gym bag, that has got to change. Enter Mando. Whole body deodorant, the game changer you didn't know you needed. Mando is not just for your pits. It's for everywhere. It is seriously safe to use on every part of your body, guys. All Mando products are paraben-free. They're baking soda-free. And Mando was designed by a doctor who observed how poorly BO was being diagnosed and being treated. Mando is clinically proven to block odor all day and to control it for up to 72 hours. You can choose the solid stick with mandelic acid, which will stop odor before it starts, or go with the spray deodorant, which is perfect for hard to reach spots with scents like bourbon leather, cloverwoods, my favorite Mount Fuji. You can get the starter pack right now. Go to shopmando.com. Solid stick, cream tube, and 2 free products. $5 off with code Chael, and we're even going to throw in free shipping. That's 40% off just by going to shopmando.com and using the code Chael. Smell fresher, stay drier, and dominate the new year with Mando.
Jon Jones. Jon made fun of me. Jon made fun of me for the way that I say Jon Jones. He's like, Jon Jones. I don't think I sound like that. Jon Jones. I don't think I sound like that. So, Jon Jones, though. Topic of conversation today. Bisping was weighing in on it. Bisping is, of course, Tom Aspinall's biggest supporter. There is literally not a bigger supporter for Aspinall than Michael Bisping. Whoever you think it might be, if you disagree, it'd have to be a tie. You're playing for a tie. Bisping, very, very helpful. And Bisping was just saying, yeah, I think the fight's going to happen. Jon Jones is negotiating. And I want to weigh in on that. And moreover, it's to some comments that I read about the last time I weighed in on this. When you come down to your number, it's a tough situation when you already have a contract. Like, right, if you're doing a contract like this with somebody, you're operating on the outside chance that this person can become profitable, of which most do not. If you got 767 guys under contract, you have 745 that are interchangeable mediocrities. And that is just the truth. But you can keep the doors open on anywhere from, you could do it with 3 stars. They do it with 3 stars all the time, but you could have a little stronger roster, have closer to 7 or 9 guys that you could count on. And so if you're ever a promoter and you find yourself in that extremely rare spot, which is I've done a deal with somebody, I have them under contract, and there's going to be a return on my investment, a positive turn on my investment. It's a very tough spot to have that person come in and go, no, we need to talk. You're going to look around and go, no, we don't. We did talk. And that's when we signed this. And this is still active. So the fact that you have a chance to do something helpful does not mean you get to turn a gun on me. But it is the way the game is played. I think a lot of people that would offend you. You probably wouldn't put up with. In the fight game, you got to be used to that. Ultimate Warrior, rest his soul. But Ultimate Warrior would do this even when a deal was done. Vince had him at a Survivor Series. And he's behind the curtain. I remember being a little kid, I watched that very Survivor Series. And if Warrior had not been there, I don't know if I would have watched it. I would have definitely been beyond disappointed. And I was just watching on closed caption. If I was to be there live and thinking my dad was taking me to see Warrior and Warrior doesn't come through that curtain, man, it was a big deal. And Warrior knew that. And he told Vince behind scenes, the show was already running. He said, I need another $1 million. I'm not going out there tonight. So Vince didn't have time for this BS. He wrote him a check for $1 million. And the moment Warrior came through the curtain after the show, Vince fired him. But he let him keep the check. And I'm only sharing that is not very much different than this. You have a contract and you have a deal. You now realize that you might be of value and you want to remove that value from your partners and put it into your own pocket. However, when I do tell you where it's frustrating, I do feel that there's a misunderstanding with my words. This is not an idea to stop Jon from making money, making Hey, while the sun shines, right? He's got one fight like this left. He's had one in his whole life, and that was against Daniel. But now he's got one left. And for him to want to maximize that is fair game. What I'm sharing for you, when I balk at the 25, the 20, and the 30, just stupid money. It's just stupid. Stop the conversation. If we live that far into Crazyville, go stay there. But Crazyville has got a mayor, and it's you, and you're gonna bankrupt it. Nobody ever went broke making money. A lot of people went broke making nothing because they thought they deserved more. With all of that in mind, with everything that you've heard me say, if you come to the conclusion that Chael's against Jon, you're very much misunderstanding me. There is no cap on Jon Jones. You say you think you're backing Jon because you wanted to make 20 million. You think you're backing him because you wanted to make 25. You think you're got his back because you said you want him to make 30. I'm not capping him. There is no ceiling. He could go up to 130. The numbers are whatever the numbers are. It's a participation in the pay-per-view, which is a participation in a night of business that you didn't buy into. You don't get a piece of the gate. You don't get a piece of the business if you don't write a check at any business anywhere in the world, except this one. You are gifted. There'll be 11 fights, 22 athletes on a card doing the exact same thing in the exact same place as you at the exact same time. But the pay will be wildly different. And that's just the business. But if you ever think that I would be trying to hold Jon, but for goodness sakes, no. And your numbers of 20 and 25 and 30, you're just saying stupid things, right? We're not getting anywhere. If we go around and we both start talking crazy, we're not going to get anywhere. But I also don't have a cap. It's endless. As long as people keep doing it, it's endless. So when you're doing these things, if you're in Jon's spot, right, the very first thing you need to do is see if you can make him blink. And Jon got him blinking. So as soon as that happens, you now have a tell of, okay, there's more money on the table. Whether it's ethical or not, it's the business we're in. You know it and I know it. We're going to do something here. The moment you find out that there's $1, and that's one thing you do got to understand about a negotiation. If it's $1, then don't tell me we're done. You can't tell me we're done. If you will come up $1, we are not done. Because I want it all. Never split the difference. If you ever meet a guy that says you want to split the difference, I mean, be happy to tell him yes. Be happy to tell him whatever you want. He's an idiot. You can sell him the Golden Gate Bridge. Never split the difference. Jon wanted to see if they would blink. They blinked. The second that call was taken, the second we're going to go outside a contract legally binding that you've already signed, the second we're going to do that, we're not done. And now you got to play the game back and forth. And you have to play it all the way to the end. And the end does not come until one side says, take it or leave it. If there's ever an offer, feel free to counter it. You are going to counter and you're going to continue to counter. After you made them blink, it's the only thing you can do. Get them to blink. You run it all the way till the end until they say, take it or leave it. When they say that, you know you got every dollar. Go enjoy yourself. And Chris, you're not getting credit. Don't even thank me.